Okay, Escape the Night, Episode 1. So, I have never really been into YouTube originals when they were a thing. I never really got the appeal. I mean, I guess I get the appeal like you want to see your favorite YouTuber do other things, maybe mainstream-esque things. So, I get it in that sense, but it just never seemed that great to me. Like, if I want to see their videos, I'll go watch their own videos. This YouTube original's Escape the Night with Joey Graceffa. Now, this was always like seen as a big deal, like a huge YouTube production and huge budget and all that stuff. And I just never got why people liked it so much and never understood the appeal of this and why people liked it so much and why the fans got into it so much. Again, like, oh yeah, you're seeing your favorite YouTubers doing things. That's always fun, but to an extent, especially when you see what your favorite YouTubers are doing and acting like. I just don't get it. So, this was me, a little old shell, just watching Escape the Night, season 1, for the first time. Okay, so episode 1. Okay, I'll be honest, this intro I had to watch several times because I was so confused. I was like, what is happening? What is this Party City bird mask doctor doing? Like, what? You'll see. So, in the opening, you see Joey Graceffa, like, reciting this almost poem-like thing that doesn't make sense. It's about him keeps having nightmares about this house that has no hands, but it's magical, and that it won't leave him alone, but then all of a sudden it's his if he just does this one thing. And you see this bird mask doctor guy, and it looks awful. Like, it's horrible. It's not even like a creative, like, ooh, spooky mask. Like, it looks like they went to Party City and bought the mask, hence the name. So Joey talks about having his nightmares and that somehow it became reality and that this bird doctor man gave him this letter. We then see it flash. I guess this opening with the flashing around is his nightmare that he's having and showing it, but he also says that it came true. So again, I don't know if this is true or not. But anyway, the bird doctor, I guess, tells him intuitively that, if you do A, B, C, D, and then you'll see there's a whole bunch. It's never just, oh, here's your assignment. It's all, 1A through D, and it's never just one thing. You'll see. This thing is so complicated for no reason. Anyway, so Joey says that the house will not let him sleep until he invites others. So he tells his closest friends that he inherited this house through the death of one of his close relatives, and that because of it, the inheritance, he was going to throw a party. But in his letter, he specifically tells them, he doesn't try to keep this a secret or anything. He tells them that they have to come dressed as the 1920s, and being dressed as the 1920s, you also have to act like you're from the 1920s, which is, just keep that in mind. They're all supposed to act like they're from the 1920s, and be dressed in it, and that the house will not appear unless they are dressed and act that way. So they have to be like that in order for this magical house to appear. And they all get their letters comedically, and they all do their little cameos of shtick, which again, it's just like, 2016. No, I don't want to go back. No, thank you. We get the montage of all the friends getting the letters, and then we get the montage of them coming and entering in one by one with their names and their character Joey told them they have to play and act as, because again, you have to be like in the 1920s and act as a character from the 1920s. So Joey gives them a character in the letter that they are supposed to all act as. The characters, I'll say, they are not inspiring. I don't know, someone is called the Fixer. What is she supposed to do as the Fixer? How? What? And she and other the Hustler, the Mobster, does a lot of things. Oh my! And the first thing, sorry, the real first jump scare is Shane Dawson coming in, and he's the renegade. And Shane, he always has something up his sleeve. He always knows something that everyone else doesn't know because he's just that guy. Anyway, so they all come in. They also are getting to know each other. I guess, they're acting like they're getting to know each other when, they all supposedly already know each other, but they're all supposed to be these characters, so they're also trying to act like these characters a lot. I guess I love to close out, back in the day when I saw it, but watching this, I was like, it's a lot. It's a lot of that YouTuber humor, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's very confusing about who's playing a character and who's just being themselves, and it seems like they're confused as well. And it's never cleared up. I'll let you know that right off the bat. It is never cleared up about they're all supposed to be these extreme characters, or they're supposed to be themselves and trapped in this alternate world, or what. And Joey doesn't really make that clear either to any of them. Like, it again, the beginning, I had to rewatch that beginning several times to just even try to understand what was happening and like what the magic was and what the purpose of all of this even was, because it was just so confusing and convoluted and not clear like what's happening. And to be honest, I don't think they knew really what the full like thing they wanted. They just kind of had a very vague idea and concepts of, oh, wouldn't it be fun to do this and get all of our YouTube friends on with it. But yeah, it's not fun to watch, because then it just turns out. So once they are all in and they're talking, and I guess trying to act as their characters and mingling, Shane and another person named Ava are like, oh, should we go explore? And Shane asks Joey, and Joey's like, no, we should just stay here. But Shane's like, excuse me, I am the main character, so I am gonna go and explore this house and do what I want, because shut the hell up. So Joey gets Ava to go with him, and they go up the stairs while everyone else is downstairs getting ready to eat dinner. And as they go up the stairs and turn the corner, they see a corpse, you could say, a man laying on the ground bloodied. And then they're like, oh, what? In the most convincing way, obviously. And then the maid comes, this crankety maid. Oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys. So once everyone is inside, Joey introduces himself and says, this is my magical house I just inherited from a dead relative, and these servants come with the house, and it's a maid and some other guy, and those are his and a groundskeeper, and that they apparently came with the house. So, and that's all you need to know. So cut back to Shane and Ava. They are upstairs. They see a man get dragged away, and they are shocked. They are shocked by seeing the man get dragged. And then this cranky maid comes and is asking what they are doing. And Ava and Shane both are like, oh no, we weren't doing anything. But the maid is like, get back downstairs. And then Shane, because he is the main character, goes to her and says, I know what you're doing. And it's so good. It's so amazing. Shakespearean pause, everything about it. Amazing. Anyway, so then he turns around real cool and goes back downstairs. And by this time, everyone has taken their seats at the dinner table. And Ava and Shane join all the others. And all the others are like, hey, where have you guys been? What's going on? And Joey is annoyed because he specifically told Shane not to go look around. But again, I don't know what Joey was thinking when he invited the main character to his party. Like, what did you think was going to happen? So then they sit down and they are served dinner, and then the butler gives Shane Dawson, the main character, a note, and they're all like, okay, whatever, haha, about to eat. And then Shane Dawson starts hacking and vomiting up and coughing up blood, and they're like, oh no, he's been poisoned. But not like that. It's very over the top, very YouTuber-esque. And again, it's very unclear if do these people know this is like what's gonna happen? Is it all improv? And again, that's part of their marketing, is that this is supposed to be like half improv, half scripted, half game show, but there is no prize, so they're not really a contestant, even though you can be killed off. We'll get there. So anyway, so Shane is coughing blood, and they then get a secret note, and the note says that they have to find these 3 symbols, and the symbols will get the vials or whatever. They have to find these 3 vials to get this antidote to save Shane. So everyone splits off into groups to try and figure out these escape room puzzles, and that's it. Escape the Night is an escape room show. Like, there's nothing to it. Like, maybe in the later episodes we'll see more, or in later seasons we'll see more, but this is just escape room style puzzle games and working together, and that's also how the acting comes off and the urgency and all that. And again, them going, it's not clear if they're acting as their characters or they're just being themselves, and they're not sure either like what they're supposed to be doing. So 2 out of the 3 puzzles are solved, which means the main character character Shane dies, and when he dies, there's also a note left that it is in his pocket that the butler finds, and they all read it out loud, and it finds out that the main character Shane Dawson was the main character and had a bigger role in all of this, and that he goes on another tangent about how this house is haunted and has a dark evil magic around it, and that Shane Dawson is part of this secret group that like hunts evil, stops evil. I don't really, again, the vagueness, it's very, very vague. So it's revealed that Shane was somehow knew all of this. Joey didn't though, and he didn't tell Joey, and it doesn't make sense. And they have an amazing illustration to show to the evil darkness. It's not the bird guy, it's just this evil darkness cloud that's hovering this house. And in the note, Shane says that there is no escape, that they have to go through and do all these puzzles in order to escape the night. So it's supposed to be like this all happens in one night, but we know that, you know, as a game show style, it's not, and just production wise, it's not all in a single night, like it's throughout several weeks, several days, I guess. And because people are eliminated off, and that is also like a surprise, I guess, and not at the same time. So it's, again, the vagueness. Everything is very vague and yet not at the same time, but also always confusing. So in this letter, Shane says that they will have to solve these escape room puzzles every time to try to like unlock a puzzle and get a key and get some artifact, they call it, a spiritual artifact, that a symbol for him, and if they all get these symbols after each puzzle, then they can leave. However, for each puzzle, two people are going to have to go up against each other. It's not really specified why, it's just two people have to compete at the end of each challenge, and whoever loses has to die. I don't know why. It's not explained. It's not like, oh, it's because of this, or it's because the house feeds off their energy. No, it's just that you have to die. And again, that's framed as like it's a competition. These are contestants. But there is no prize. The prize is just you get to stay another night. But in the story of it all, this is one night. So it's very hard to talk about in contextual. It's very hard to describe and talk about the story of it, and then the game show aspect of it, and also the YouTuber aspect of it all. Because again, all of these people are supposed to be from the 1920s and as characters, but they're also just acting as YouTubers. Anyway, Joey's like, oh no, we can all leave. I have a car, we'll all leave. And then he gets everyone to go outside, and bum, there was a bomb planted there earlier by the groundskeeper, duh. So the car blows up, and they all scream and have to run back inside, and that's the end of episode 1. There is no escaping the night. But that's the whole goal. But again, there's no prize or money. Like, there's nothing at the end. Which, speaking of, for money, Glozell constantly keeps talking about money and wanting Joey, and like that Joey's her man, and that's how she's gonna get her money. And again, I'm like, is this Glozell, or is this Glozell's jazz singer from the 1920s acting? Like, it's very, and that's how other people's are too. Lele Pons. Her character is the hustler, so she's, I guess, just trying to get money. But she just keeps flirting with Joey the whole time. However, it's not just her. Like, every woman, the humor in here is just flirt with guys and make it really sexual, and vice versa. Guys, not all the guys, but there's that specific type of, like, again, YouTuber 2016 humor of just like, hey, if I make this really sexual, or if I talk really like I'm really horny, that means comedy. Which it's not, it just makes everyone really uncomfortable. It makes you look really awkward. So that's it for episode 1. I will get into episode 2, and don't worry, you know we have another amazing cutscene with great theatrics and makeup, which again, just so many questions. There's so many questions about the production of this, of just like, what is it? What is the story? What is the purpose? What is the outcome? We'll all get into that. Escape the Night, episode 1. This is Shella on Just Some Beach. Okay, but for real, why does Shane Dawson always have that look? Like, he always has that little, like, smirk look. Like, stop. It's not. Knock it off. Glozell, it's a lot. It's a lot. But, again, everyone's a lot, but it's just, it's a lot. Are they supposed to be acting as characters? Like, what is this? What characters are they acting as? I don't understand this. Dude, you okay, not to be that person, but give Bird Doctor a little face cream, okay? Jeez. So, we have an evil maid, an evil butler, an evil groundsman, and an evil Dr. Bird somewhere. And out of all these people, you're telling me Shane Dawson is the good guy? Then why'd he die right away? That also doesn't make sense. If Shane is a hero, why? And he knows and is like, I'm here to fight these things. And he's like, oh yes, I know about the maid, and I know they kill people. Like, why would he eat stuff then? Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he warn everyone? Why wouldn't he be more active? And if you're like, oh, it's a game, it's a game. Well, okay, is it a game show or is it not? Because now he's acting like it's not a game show and that this is real. And that, oh, it's not just, he's not a renegade or he's not whatever. He's Shane Dawson. So what is it? Guys, again, okay, Shella's, I really don't know about what story this is being told. Like, what, I inherited a house from a dead relative, okay? But you all have to dress up from the 1920s, okay? And act like it, okay? And the house will magically appear, okay? No, it literally magically appears. Okay. And you have to act like these characters or it won't appear. And you can't go back to 2016, you're stuck in the 1920s or you die. What? But also, it's a cute, like, this YouTube fun, chill game show where these YouTubers compete in escape room challenges to find these little, unlocking mechanisms and these little puzzles set around the room. And, you know, it's just really fun. You see, there's like, it's like there's a dynamic there that just is not working and not meshing well. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. The acting in this, I can just tell, I'm going to love the acting above and beyond Shakespearean brilliance.